live. Metis Radio. Hey, Tanchikia. Hello, everybody. How y'all doing? I'm your host, crazy host, Derrick Whiteskycloud.
But not as crazy as me.
Mark in the background.
Not as crazy as me.
Is our backup. Yeah, we're here, folks.
I love when I talk too much and I forget to take a breath. I'm like Frank Sinatra singing like... Yeah,
breathe, boy, breathe. You gotta breathe.
Too much information. You're gonna have a stroke one day.
No, you don't want a stroke.
Yeah, don't declare that. Don't set that in intention. Watch what you say.
Not in here. Not in here.
Be positive now.
Yeah. Yes, folks. Yes, you actually hear a voice in the background, a female voice in the background. A good friend of mine I have known for many, many years since she was a little tiger. And yeah, she was so small. Just a little thing. Yeah. I don't know. We know each other, what, for 20 years.
21 years.
21 years.
Yeah.
Wow. Like just yeah.
22 maybe.
Yeah, 20, maybe more than that. You never know. This is Theta Phoenix, folks. Her name is Theta Phoenix, and she's well known in CFRO 100.5 FM. But you're joining us on Facebook Live also. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. So I got her to sit with me just for a few minutes, because she's been busy here doing her thing, and she's. I want to talk to her because when she talked to me, she says, "Do you realize I got some Metis in my family?" I go like, "Come here, girl. You're gonna join me in the studio."
Yay! Dream come true.
Not the first time I've interviewed you. A couple times I have. On other programs.
Oh yeah, maybe a long time ago.
A long time ago, yeah. Now, here's the cool part of it. I have a website, and if you want to have a look at it sometimes, folks, down the road, it's actually whiteskycloud.com. But on my webpage, I do something else up there. But when I have it on there, when people open up that page to listen to it, actually it is her singing voice. Yes, it's her. This is Theta Phoenix. She's a singer, songwriter, musician, yeah, she does all kind of sound healing. She actually, you know what's cool is her crystal bowls. Like really, she just does beautiful work. A little bit of therapy work, and she's a therapist in her own way.
I do massage, Hawaiian Lomi Lomi massage, and also the sound healing and intuitive singing. Also, I channel healing songs for people. Yeah,
and that's why one of the main songs that I have. I mean, actually, when she's just getting started. The one main song was called on my page. It's called. Let me think again.
Space or time.
No. See, she's had so much space and time. She's got a new CD coming out, or actually it is out now.
I do have a new one coming out, but that's my singer-songwriter album.
This is singer-songwriter. This is called Theta Phoenix. This is called Legacy. You may say this backwards, folks, but normally I have my other little backup machine here pushed back, but I want to keep her face in the studio here. So it's called Theta Phoenix. That's her first name, and Phoenix. And the title of the CD is actually called Legacy. And it's quite cool. I mean, I think of almost every CD I've seen you on or any video I see you do, you're always near the ocean.
Oh, I love the water.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love the water.
Because you always kept talking about your house, being on the houseboat all the time.
Yeah, because when I was 10, we moved to an island up the coast, a place called Echo Bay, and lived on a float house with no electricity. And my mom still lives up there. She's an artist. Yeah. And it's just so nice being in nature, unplugged, you know.
Big shout out to Mom.
Yay, Yvonne Maximchuk, amazing artist.
Yeah, and we're related, by the way, Maximchuk. Sorry.
You never
I got
know.
cousins named Max and Chuck. We're related. Goes far, far away.
You never know.
You never know. We're going to sit down and have a talk about that
We'll
one.
figure out, working on the genealogies these days.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I discovered just 2 years ago that I had Metis background because my dad was adopted, and then we didn't know anything about his heritage. But then we found his birth mother and found out, there's a whole like Metis connection there.
See what happened. Did your dad ever tell you where he's originally from?
Well, he was adopted, so he didn't really know. But then he figured it out, and
any territory.
It's like what's that place called? Drumheller? Is Drumheller?
Alberta.
Yeah, Alberta.
And actually, it's between north and south, folks. The Drumheller is the dinosaur territory. Mm-hmm. That's probably a reason why your dad was adopted, because he didn't want to be adopted by dinosaurs.
Maybe.
Yeah, so that's old country.
I don't think he had a big choice, though.
They didn't dig your dad out, by the way. That doesn't work that way.
No, he was born in Vancouver, though, but his mom was from there.
Yeah, but Drumheller is a good place. A very ancient location. If you guys ever want to take a trip up there, they actually have dinosaur museums there, and really cool stuff. Yeah, it's really cool. I've been there many times. But that's actually hot and dry there. Mm-hmm. Lots of mountain and hot and dry. Yeah. So if you want to feel the heat, you think this is hot here, folks? No, go to Drumheller. Sometimes it can be as hot as 125.
Whoa, I'll have to go check it out one day.
You can want to bake in the sun on a rock. There you go.
I do have a new CD coming out, though, a sound healing one with crystal singing bowls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How many crystal singing bowls are you using now these days?
Oh, like maybe close to 20 I have.
Really?
But I try not. I don't use them all during at the same time. Like I'll make sets out of them. So yeah. But yeah, they're pretty amazing.
So what are the pendant? The biggest one that I like the most is the big one, the one that you use. That really big one, deep Pentatone.
Yeah, like the deeper crystal singing bowls. Yeah. They're huge bowls, like 20, 22 inch. Yeah,
that one actually gets my attention. There was actually a lady friend of mine, long time. Her name was Anne McMurtry, who actually did. She was a healer as well, and she did some healing on me. And she actually played that particular crystal bowl. That was like maybe 25, 30 years ago.
Oh wow!
And I was laying on the healing bed, and she actually played this big, huge crystal bowl. It was a big one like yours. Very deep Pentatone. Oh man, it was like I vibrated everywhere. It was like oh, and yet someone tried to use a smaller one, and I just couldn't handle it.
Yeah, because they're a lot higher pitched, and then the frequencies, have a different effect. Yep. So the lower ones will have a different frequency vibrating in a certain way, and then the higher ones can have a different effect and not so much resonance on the body. And then it also depends how people play them. Sometimes people play them really intensely, and that actually is not really recommended because they can crack if you play them too hard. Yeah. So it's nice to kind of find a good gentle way to play them so that they're singing and it's not too intense and overpowering, because it can be unpleasant at times.
If you haven't seen what crystal bowls look like, folks, this is not crystal balls, these are crystal bowls. They're big, huge, and they're white, sort of like a smoky, not smoky.
It's called frosted quartz crystal. They're made of quartz silica crystal, and then you can also get clear ones, and there's also companies that make them with all kinds of different mineral properties as well, different gemstones and mineral properties and different colors, and so
if you want to find this young lady to do any type of performance, give her a call. I mean, it's worth your while to have her come down.
You can find my website and go to my Facebook page, Theta Phoenix. You can check out my stuff.
Yeah. Phoenix,
I'm on Spotify as well, so I've got lots of music on Spotify and different places like that too, streaming sites.
Cool.
Hey, there's my dad.
See what happens when you're on a Facebook page? You're just like, hey, we're in the studio, folks.
I just happened to be down in the downtown east side here at Co-op Radio and ran into Derrick, and he invited me on the show.
It didn't hurt.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, I haven't seen her. Like I said, we haven't seen her for a long time. I want to talk about something here that's dear to your heart, and that's your brother.
Oh.
And we actually, in this area here, we have a lot of people that are dealing with homelessness and drug use and that sort of thing. What I want to talk about is not because of him alone, but he needs to be. I feel that there needs to be some really great recovery centers available for people that are dealing with opioids, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
And the reason why I'm bringing this up because I remember a doctor even offered me an opioid when I got sick.
Right.
You know, and I'm going like, I'm not going to take that. And he got really angry with me.
And he actually recommended fentanyl to you, is that right?
Yeah, he recommended fentanyl. I'm going like, are you freaking kidding me? Like, why would I need fentanyl? But he says, well, it's a painkiller.
So addictive.
No, that's something I'd never want to try. It's not what I'm really interested in. But they gave me something else, which is not a fentanyl, but it helped become a painkiller for a while. But it helped a little bit, just that one time. But I mean, we need to do is look at a lot of our young people today that are getting so caught up in the fentanyl region, like in the areas. And BC is actually one of the highest fentanyl addictions right now in Canada.
Wow.
And too many deaths. And this is getting to be absolutely, to me, it's getting to be totally disheartening. We need to do something about it. So this young lady here goes out of her way for her brother to see how he's doing, make sure he's taken care of. So she's been down here for quite a few hours to see how he's doing. And then this is how her and I met.
Yeah, and he really wants to get help, actually. Yeah. And it's really been interesting today trying to navigate the whole medical system and find like solutions, and it's quite complex and confusing and not easy. And then treatment places can have long waits, can be hard to get in, and so I realized like I do have a good connection that we could take him to soon when he's ready and he's willing and ready. So that's hopeful. And I guess Gabor Mate, he talks about connection being a huge part of and trauma being related to people in their addiction, and the connection can be very healing. So I've just been trying to stay connected with him, and he's an amazing, like, creative, wonderful, sensitive human being, and he's just got some big challenges, and he's got to be ready to do the work, right? And I've been listening to Talk Recovery at the Co-op Radio here as well. There's a show, and they're really fantastic. But yeah, it's such a complex, broad topic, but there's so much hope in the recovery community, which I find just so deeply inspiring and touching, and there is a lot of support that's out there if people are ready and willing and want it, right?
You got people actually keeping an eye on us right now on Facebook Live, and they're actually from Sudbury, Ontario.
Yeah,
you got some people from up there. You actually worked up there.
Oh, I lived in Ottawa for a couple of years.
Yeah.
And I really liked it, actually, because I've been always from BC, but really enjoy Ontario.
So how many CDs have you had been out there so far?
Like 4 of my own and a 5th on the way, and it's kind of a range of music. And then I have a couple like compilation projects as well. One's like a roomy poetry with some vocals, and then I have a meditative one, and then that kind of like ambient beats one that you like and have on your website, and then this one is my singer-songwriter album, which actually has a lot of like really beautiful, inspiring songs about the earth and kind of the connection with healing our planet.
Actually, not Mark, but our good friend that comes on right after our program. He played your whole CD.
Oh yeah, it's Wednesday. He's going to be here.
Yeah, he played your whole CD right after when I was 2 weeks ago. They're going, well, we didn't have somebody coming in, so they played the CD and played the whole CD all the way through. I'm going like, oh, this is cool. I haven't heard this before. He goes, oh yeah, she's a really cool girl, and then I go like, I know that girl.
Small world. It's funny. Yay! My dad's commenting about honoring my Métis heritage.
Yeah, it's a good thing to when I tell people when you're Métis, it's, and a lot of people discover it. Like even to this day they still do. People still discover that they have Métis background, and sometimes they'll say, oh well, you're either Red River, you're not Red River, you're still Métis. Because Métis go way back to way to Nova Scotia, whenever it began from the very beginning. And I always take great pride in who I am, because I've been doing this for many, many years. I've been doing Klahawi villages and events. We did Fusion Festival this past year,
right?
And it was huge.
That's
as
a Métis
always.
festival.
Yeah, Fusion Festival is actually an international festival.
Oh, okay,
so
right.
you have 55
Fusion
countries
heritage.
playing and dancing and singing lots of international foods. But also we had our Indigenous village.
Okay.
Now we could have had theater there too.
Next year.
Okay, we're gonna get her in. And we've already brought in some great new entertainers, upcoming entertainers, and so I think Phoenix would really benefit us because we have our Indigenous village, and so with us, also with our village, I mean, in the Métis section where I run, we had a 30-foot teepee. Big, huge teepee all set up, so that was pretty cool. I was pretty happy about that. And at the same time, we entertained the public, and so I was up there. This is kind of cool. Your CD's falling down. Keeps on saying, "Look at me, pick me." Okay, this is what it looks like. You guys can see that now. It's actually a little bit backwards, but it's because it's backwards in the Facebook Live chat room. I'll have to make sure I take a picture of it and I'll put it on the page to make sure everybody sees it. So then you know exactly what it's about. But actually, it's one heck of a CD. I've actually every music, any kind of music I listen to was always good. I mean, your voices. I remember the first time when you asked me years back. I remember that first time we did a healing circle.
Yeah.
My wife and I we put a healing circle together. We had a bunch of people come down. The room was full of people, and she came and joined us at the healing circle. I remember the first night you said to me, "Do you think I'm ever making it as a singer?" I'm going like, "Yeah, you will. You'll be very successful." And look where she's at now.
Well, I always had a dream of being a singer, but I was very shy and self-conscious. And then, just through different healing circles and personal growth, transformational work, I was able to open my freedom and shift. Like I had a lot of fear that I was letting stop me from following my dream. And then, I just got. I made the shift through some personal development work that I made the shift from, like dreaming about being a singer and wanting to be a singer and like putting that outside myself to then actually just declaring I am a singer. And
she's Métis
and then
singer.
Seeing what arises when I declare that, right? If we declare ourselves as something and then started taking the actions of being a singer and also just gave myself permission to be creative and spontaneous and self-express so that I didn't have to have all the words figured out in advance. And I just started doing a lot of improvisation and just channeling and really connecting with my passion for healing and being in the present moment and allowing, the perfect things to arise there. And then creativity is a healing, a healing.
My good friend Earl Belcourt. He says, "Hi, Derrick, and welcome to our beautiful guest."
Hi, Earl.
Earl is well known in the Métis community.
Oh, cool.
Okay, this guy knows his stuff. He's quite a historian too as well. He's actually a member of our Métis Museum, and he's a member of the board of the BC Métis Federation. So he's watching. You get a lot of Métis watching right now.
Yeah, well, that's very
their
fitting.
Eyes on you.
It's fitting. It's interesting because when I met you like 20 years ago, and I was singing with Ray Dawn as well. Do you remember her? She was Métis singer-songwriter, and I was singing like backup with her and playing conga drum and with her and I always felt this. I don't know. I always felt intuitively that I had some First Nations blood or some Métis DNA, right? And I always felt a connection and just in my soul, and my DNA.
You performed at some of our powwows, even in Cloverdale one time.
We did.
We had a powwow one time during the rodeo,
Yeah.
and she came down and she entertained us.
Yeah, with Ray that time.
Yeah.
And it was funny because I didn't have any confirmation at that point. And then, years later now that we did the ancestry DNA and we found out our genealogy and found out that we have that heritage. And so now it's like I haven't really learned that much about it, even though I felt like a connection.
Has to do now. She's
now I have to start learning.
Do some Métis music in her new CDs.
Wow. And what does that even mean, though? Like, how do you
do the research?
How do you define that sort of thing? Yeah, exactly. Because I'll sing intuitively, and I'm like making like chanting, like I love all the songs, the Aboriginal songs, and I would just, when I was a kid, even I would just like chant out my window, kind of singing in those ways.
The fish were actually dancing.
The flying fish. But so it's kind of neat to have that confirmation and now to be like, I have this whole new world that I would like to learn about and explore.
Yeah, so anyways, so basically what's going to happen now, Theta down the road is going to be end up doing some more performances. Any locations you actually will be performing at that's coming up?
I've been doing some beautiful sound healing, experiential events at Wisteria Acres, which is out in Fort Langley, and it's a beautiful room above a barn where they do therapeutic work with horses, with the horses doing therapeutic work with humans. And it's a beautiful space, Fort Langley. So August 11th, I'll be doing a sound healing there, and it's a lot of different music. So I'm playing crystal singing bowls and singing and toning and drumming at times and chanting with a drum and playing my harp.
Now, see, now you heard the word drumming. That's me too.
Yeah, I love the drum. That was my first love instrument. I've got a big buffalo drum that I love.
There you go. It's real Métis. That's actually buffalo. We fit. She's fitting even more.
Yeah, so that's August 11th, and I'm doing a monthly event there, and then I might have some more. I sort of took a break to support my brother the last little while, and so I've got to book some more events shortly.
That's good. So you're busy now. What if you decide? Has anybody ever, like, when's the last time you've been back to us towards Ontario?
Oh, not since 2011. But I want to go, actually.
Okay, so basically, to our viewers and listeners out there, if you're up in the Ontario region, if you want to get a hold of Theta Phoenix and have her perform up there, give her a call. Go to her website. Okay, because and if you want to go see, and actually you got some CD or some music played off of actually on YouTube, don't you?
Yeah, I've got a lot of songs on YouTube. They're more like live shows that are like live improvised songs live. And I did something a few years ago, and like 4 or 5 years ago, I gave myself a project where I had to video myself making up a song every day and post it on YouTube for 111 days in a row.
Okay.
And it was kind of like a creative practice.
111.
Yeah, 111, and 111 days in a row, just doing a free flow improvised song. And I posted several of those on YouTube. And so that's kind of fun. And again, it's just like not having to be perfect and just being creative and fun in the moment. And so, yeah. So
let our listeners know as well. Co-op Radio is actually part of the Canada Canada radio player. So if you guys want to download the app, you're more than welcome to download the app. And you'll find coopradio.org as well. So you can actually listen to us 24/7. So you can download our radio app. So that's kind of cool. Also, too, coming up, I want to share with everybody, our listeners as well, we got some events coming here, and that's the 7th Annual Métis Jamboree and Culture Days, and it's August the 15th and 16th and 17th, Macleese Lake Hall, and the people that are performing there is J.J. LaValle, and let's see, the Tradesmen, Crishu, Lucier Brothers, Border Band, and more. And there's food, fun, music, family, friends. This is funny. Somebody actually put on their banner, supposed to be fun, and they put the word fan.
Food, fan, music. Yeah, you gotta have fans of music. Yeah, you gotta have lots of
fans because it's gonna be a hot night.
And fans of food and yeah.
Okay, so actually, live music, family dance, culture, games. If you want to contact the Caribou Chilcotin Métis Association, and call 250-392-4428. That's 250-392-4428. And we're going to go into a break, folks. Be right back. And you're listening to CFRO 100.5 FM, Co-op Radio. And this is Métis Matters Radio with my guest, Theta Phoenix.
Woo.
Make sure that volume's up, too. Yay! I do that every time I hook up my computer, because every time I plug in it shoots the volume down.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Are we loud enough on the...
Oh, you're fine.
Oh, you're good.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm used to wearing headphones.
Oh, I can hear you quite well.
What's the radio station again?
100.5 FM.
Or coopradio.org. A lot of people I know don't even have radios anymore except in their cars.
In my car, yeah, exactly.
But at home, what's the radio?
Off with the slippers, Jermaine.
What is that? Is that a reference to the Métis reference?
That's a joke. Off with the slippers, and you want to dance. I call this chair dancing. Because people sitting listening.
Because you take your slippers off to dance?
Yep.
Like moccasin slippers?
Moccasin slippers. Some people say moccasins, some people say slippers. Yeah.
It's all interrelated. So you play 3 Men on a White Horse.
3 Men on a White Horse.
Like JJ LaValle.
Feel free to play one of my songs.
You know what? I'm gonna do that.
Right? Which one? So what is this music from?
This music here?
Yeah.
This is fiddle music.
Is that related to Metis?
Yeah, that's JJ LaValle. This
Oh.
is all Metis music here.
So what makes Metis music Metis? Is it if the person playing it is Metis? Or is there a cultural...
Seems like a lot to do with fiddles.
It's all
Yeah?
fiddles,
Fiddles.
There's a lot of
fiddles,
fiddle.
guitar.
Because, I
Lot
mean,
of
is that
people-
because of the, like, Metis is it French? Is it French? That's
French Cree, French Goulet.
French Cree, French is it?
This is
Something they call Anishinaabe.
Anishinaabe?
Anishinaabe.
What's funny, I remember when Ken was still around, I'd so for a show, I would put Appalachian music and Celtic music. It's all interrelated. He's like, no, it's not.
Which one would be a little bit of an upbeat?
Lighting is good, Butterfly's good. This one has a little bit of like electronic beats.
I like this one here.
Yeah,
Before.
okay.
I think I heard it before.
Yeah.
Number 3.
Okay. It takes about 2 hours to load.
Lighting user really.
Don't be in a hurry when you're loading these machines. I was swearing at them earlier. I have to keep the music rolling on the music show.
That was in
Number 3.
Maple Bay or Duncan. I forget. It was somewhere near Maple Bay. I took my mom on a little bread and breakfast retreat.
Co-op Radio is your home for multicultural programming. We broadcast in over 8 languages, including Romanian, Amharic, French, Polish, Romanian,
French,
Spanish,
Polish.
Tagalog, and Vietnamese. We also host programs covering Hawaiian, Celtic, Caribbean, Jewish, and
Baha'i.
African music styles from across the globe.
How about you?
Want to hear
That
programming in a
shitty
language?
indie rock that Mr. Big Now
Co-op
likes.
Radio can train you on broadcast skills you need to start a new show.
Even though it's not totally
Go to
indie rock.
coopradio.org
I played
to learn
rockabilly
more
today,
and
for God's
contact us
sake.
today.
Oh, we're back.
Yeah, CFRO 100.5 FM here at beautiful downtown Co-op Radio here in beautiful downtown Vancouver. It is hot outside. It was actually kind of like, it's kind of muggy in a way, but the weather's really great. Really thankful for that. And this, you're listening to Métis Matters Radio. I want to thank everybody for watching us on Facebook Live in the studio. And I had a sudden guest show up just saying, I got a big hug from her. It goes, hi! And I said, you want to come in the studio?
Sure, why not?
So she jumped right in there. Theta Phoenix, folks, she's here with me, and many years good friends. And she has actually one of these CDs that she has been promoting for, I guess, the last little
5
bit.
years.
5 years, this one here.
Yeah. It's my
Since
singer-songwriter
2013.
album.
That's
Yeah.
actually 6 years now.
6. Time flies.
Time flies.
Oh my God.
You're having too much fun. Too much fun. But she's working on her other CDs. So if you actually ever want to order any of her CDs, you're more than welcome to give her a call
Or my
or
website.
her website. And you also, do you have Facebook as well?
Yeah.
Yeah, Facebook.
Facebook.
Theta Phoenix.
Theta Phoenix. You can show them how to spell it. It was Theda. And
It's
Phoenix.
THEDA
We can.
PHOENIX. It's Theta Phoenix.
Phoenix.
Like you're burning phoenix.
Yeah, rising from the ashes.
Yeah, she's
Yeah.
rising. Yeah.
It's all about rebirth, transformation. We have to let go of old parts of ourselves to be reborn.
Mm-hmm.
And I love that, that energy of growth and rebirth.
Cool.
It's so powerful. I get so inspired by transformation and what's possible, all the miracles that are possible to all of us, and healing that's possible to all of us if we open up. And
Well, a lot of the Métis actually were involved in a lot of traditional medicines, traditional
yeah.
ways. So, I'm involved in it a lot myself. People like upbeat music, and then yet there's times we like to listen to something that's actually calm us down, and
yeah.
something that's soft, and people will play their guitar, or play their fiddle, or myself, I'm actually a Jaws harp player.
Oh yeah,
You know,
I've seen you. I think
I'm a
on
Jaws
the
harp
show,
player
like,
and hand drum player, so I'm working on my banjo.
awesome. Right
Yeah.
on.
I got my banjo at home, so I'm playing that a little bit, just strumming along. And
Nice. My
trying
dad.
to do the picking fingers.
Oh yeah, that's cool. Banjo sounds so cool. Actually, I would love to play that a bit. My dad's totally into ukulele. He loves playing it. And
Oh.
I have a little ukulele too, and
Yeah.
I'd like to get a better one, a nice one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
those are good to have.
Yeah.
So all kind. And actually, we're going to do, folks, we're going to actually open the lines. And if anybody wants to call in and you want to say hello to Theta, if any questions to ask, or also if there's anything you want to share regarding what's happening in the Ontario. I've actually been hearing the stories regarding what's happening up in Ontario. And if you guys want to call in, the open line is 604-684-7561. That's 604-684-7561. And if you want to call in and talk about what's happening up in the Eastern Coast, love to hear from you. And or what's going on on other events. Am I still going?
Yeah, you're still going. Like,
am I still going? I'm still going. There we go.
Just want to stop.
Yeah.
What happened? Is it all working?
Yeah.
It just doesn't want to stop.
My music just wants to keep on playing.
Gotcha.
It just
But on continuous play there?
Yeah. It'll keep on playing. And I hit it and it must have been wiped.
It
Yeah.
just went,
Technology
Yeah, that's what happens.
just has a mind of its own.
IT.
I'm used
scary.
to putting those 8-track tapes in the
8-track.
We don't have 8 tracks.
Not
Cassette
anymore.
We barely have cassettes.
No.
Let alone 8 track.
And
Reel to reel, there's a good one.
Yeah, reel to reel.
CDs are on their way out too.
Yeah,
I've
that
been
was
for
it.
quite some time.
Yeah.
Everything I do is files on my show. That's why it's so annoying.
Yeah.
So I played a Kate Bush. Which album did it come from? I barely get the name of the artist and the title.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, I came from 1989's Sensual World. Okay. I had to think about it for a sec, because when you're dealing with files, lack of information.
Yeah,
Not
good
like
point.
a CD, but
Exactly.
actually gives you information.
Good point.
Yeah.
What I like about the new bands, or the bands that were actually old rockers, old country music, are actually going back and doing albums again.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Albums are coming back out. Records
yeah.
are coming back.
Vinyl records. Yeah.
records.
They're
Everybody,
popular.
records are dying out. No, they're not. They're coming back.
They're
back.
expensive, but they're coming back.
Yeah, people are buying them. Like, you know why?
People
like a
complained when they were
novelty
$10
thing.
at the store. Now they're like $20, $30 now.
How about $50?
Yeah,
Wow.
if it's 2 records set,
Some
yeah.
are very, very expensive. Even more. Like
Fewer pressing plants, it's probably why.
Yeah. Well, there was actually a company that we used to work with called Mushroom Records.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
They're well known and
Chilliwack, Heart, all those bands.
Yeah, kind of cool.
I know all that stuff. I'm not as young as I look.
It's not Throwback
There's a good-looking
Thursday.
guy over
Maybe
here.
it says, "Hey, it's not Throwback Thursday."
We'll just throw them
I
back.
play those bands enough on those other stations.
Yeah.
They don't play Kate Bush enough. That's why I do that.
Yeah.
Back to you, Derrick.
Oh yeah, back to me. Okay, Kate Bush is not in this room. It's Theta Phoenix. What I want to share also with our listeners, a little bit of a story. Canada says we will address wrongs against Metis students who were forced in the Saskatchewan residential schools. And the federal government has announced that it will be righting a wrong that was committed against Métis students who went to one of the residential schools after using an apology to those students. Crown Indigenous Relations Minister Carolyn Bennett and the Indigenous Services Minister Seamus, or could be Seamus O'Regan, signed a memorandum of understanding that the minister said that will address this history. Now today we will sign a memorandum of understanding for the Île-Lacrosse exploratory discussions to address the history of Métis students who attended the Île-Lacrosse Mission Boarding School. Bennett said, the government said the MOU represents the beginning of the process that will recognize the Métis students who were left out of the Indian residential school settlement. And the school was actually run by the province of Saskatchewan. And there's room in the core governance agreement for the province to come to the table, and it is in the province's best interest and the best interest in Saskatchewan that we engage fully with the Métis Nation of Saskatchewan, said Thomas Isaac. The thing is, folks, this is not just a residential school MOU just for Saskatchewan alone. They're signing MOUs everywhere. Now, even though they sign the MOU does not mean that what happens after that will be immediate, or they take their time. So at least it's a beginning. But some people say, "Oh well, it's not a residential school; it is a boarding school." Let me explain to you, folks. It was called a boarding school first. Many years ago, there was a colonel in the United States who actually was in the military, and he actually was the one that created residential schools, but they call them boarding schools. Later on through the years from the US, and then later on the years, Canada adopted it, called it a boarding school, and then later on down the road when Department of Indian Affairs took over, came up with the idea of calling it a residential school, and that's Jean Chrétien became the Department of Indian Affairs minister who actually opened up the very first residential school itself. So basically it's still both the same. And anyways, I'm glad that Ile La Crosse actually is getting some getting an MOU that's signed. It's something I've been looking forward to because I got friends actually from the Ile La Crosse. And later on in the next week or two, I'm going to be heading up to Saskatchewan in August. I'll be doing a program and actually doing a workshop up there to do some healing work in the community. So I won't mention about it yet until later on, but I'm sharing that with our people in our community and all across Canada. And so looking forward to seeing this done. Anyways, I'm going to throw a song on because I'm getting urged to play it. So it's a song. This is Theta Phoenix's song. It's actually called Butterfly. This is from her album Legacy.
What a great opportunity you have to play. This is about transformation.
We are children in this universe when we allow our innocence to
I
leave.
see him behind us.
Oh,
He was going.
Oh, he was. I'm gonna go say hi.
Across the sky, dancing through the field. Caterpillar inches up the tree with such a steady contemplation. He holds a secret deep inside. It's the truth of transformation. There you are, running through the fields, soaring with the winds, guiding all the breeze. You are free. When the time is right, the caterpillar weaves itself into a cocoon. We cannot rush the process, no, don't want to break her out too soon. Nature has a plan, divine timing is at hand. For after the struggle you see
That's it. Theta Phoenix and their album Legacy called Butterfly. That looks pretty cool. CFRO 100.5 FM. Yeah. And she stepped
just locked
outside for a
herself
couple of
Locked
minutes.
myself out.
She locked herself out. She stepped
Locked
outside for a
myself
couple of minutes to go give somebody a big hug.
out. Hey, my dad's still watching. Yay!
Yeah, he is actually. You get a lot of people responding back. So I would class her as a folk ballad singer, very soft spoken, very soft voice.
That's funny, I chose folk up here.
Yeah, it's folky. Oh yeah, you're submitting it for SoCan, right?
Yeah,
Sweet.
hopefully.
Yeah, do it.
They're
Although they don't
Do they
pay
count
me.
go
They
up
don't
on-
pay me unless I actually claim it. You know.
Demand it.
Yeah.
There's actually a
That's
company.
the government for you.
But here's the crazy part. If I will be playing this on YouTube. This whole show will be on YouTube, and they're going to turn around and say that they'll actually end. That what they'll do is there's a company. I can't remember the company now. They come in and they wipe it out, and they'll say you got to pay the.
That's because the digital distribution. If my music's out there in digital distribution, they're like if it's on YouTube, they'll collect royalties, but then it's copyrighted.
You own it.
I own it.
But they're taking the money for it.
Oh well, they're supposed to pay me.
They're not.
They pay me a bit
Little
on
bit.
YouTube, yeah.
Yeah.
But then they
If
censor
I'm
it.
playing it for you.
They censor it. Yeah. If you're playing it for me, they should still be able to collect. But it depends. I guess Facebook's not paying artists, so then they just censor it or something. I don't know. It's
I remember playing. I was actually a bunch of people are dancing outside, and there was a song that they actually was their music. They were playing it, and then I thought, okay, I'll just put it on Facebook. They wiped it all out completely and just watched. All you see is a bunch of people dancing.
Right, and they take the volume out, right? So.
Yeah, and I think it was really wrong because there's snippets. I was always told that when you're focusing, when you're working, you're allowed 30 seconds per song.
Right.
That they can't take. Now they're taking it from you. They're saying they can do even 1 second.
Yeah, and then
Really?
it's like it's ridiculous because
I'm waiting for them to steal your voice. But they actually have to copyright for your voice.
What?
You got to pay for copyright of your voice.
Oh, like for people talking?
Yeah. They're talking about it now. They want to copyright
What?
your voices. Yeah.
What? Oh, actually, I heard something about them wanting to use them for different reasons. Yeah, I guess because that's another way to have our identity probably also.
I don't know.
Right.
I just heard about this the other day.
Fingerprints. Your
Yeah.
voice has a specific.
No, they want to
print.
copyright your voice, like basically saying if you want to talk, say you're doing a lecture and you're on some whatever lecture, and they go like, no, you got to pay royalties for that. His voice.
What?
Like, really? Are you freaking kidding me?
No way.
Like pretty soon we'll be silent.
Copyright, it's getting out of hand.
Yeah, it's going out of.
Because especially in this like we have this open media source now. It's sort of things have been shifting, and yet there's this whole push to try to regulate it still, and I don't know. It's confusing.
Well, you see, ever since some of these bands, I guess I understand from their point of view that some of their music didn't like getting out there, because people are playing their music at beaches without getting any royalties.
No, but that's dumb because then it's like you just share, and then the song gets popular, and then more and more people know about it, and then they can get more interest and more sales, and more people at their shows.
Yeah, I
right.
guess some of these bands actually have silenced the singers.
No, that's ridiculous.
Nah, it's coming from the websites.
We have to start moving into out of scarcity based ownership into like more of a sharing economy.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that comment on the Facebook.
Yeah. See, they're saying Marcel Marceau. Yeah, you'll be doing some Marcel Marceau music.
And in the same ranks with Joni Mitchell, which is great, and I take that as such a compliment because I just love Joni Mitchell, and she's definitely one of my.
Have you met her yet?
No, but I love her music.
Oh, I bet you one day you will.
Maybe. Who knows how much longer she'll be around.
Hey.
I'd love to meet her. I might be close to meeting her at some point.
Hey, you never know.
She lives, she's not too far. I know some of her haunts, some of her areas.
She's not dead yet.
On the Sunshine Coast.
She's haunting, but not haunting in a bad way.
No, exactly. I love you, Joni Mitchell.
You'll probably see her, like now you mentioned her, she's like, oh, okay, yeah, I'm just coming down.
Actually, I was supposed to play a song this Saturday at the 5G, is it 5G or G5? 5G.
Mm-hmm.
There was a big march this Saturday in all these different cities all over the world for the 5G I guess opposing the 5G.
Against
opposing
5G.
5G.
Against
Wi-Fi,
5G.
exactly,
Against 5G,
against
yeah.
5G
Yeah.
because of the damaging effects that it's having and going to have on people. And they had asked me to play the
A 5G song?
No, Joni Mitchell. Joni Mitchell, Big Yellow Taxi.
Okay.
And we're going to change one of the verses to like take the 5G. I'll look
See,
for the verse.
here's what Vivian actually says on the Facebook. She says Facebook allowed a particular music copyright owner to mute 30 seconds of one of my 3-year-old videos. I forgot to delete without my knowledge or consent. I ended up deleting the video.
And so, did you own that music, or was it someone else's music? Because even like if I put up a video with my own music on it, they might like censor that, which like is ridiculous.
Yeah, because she's not swearing.
What? Because I'm not swearing, so it's
more,
not.
did you know
swearing
that,
is not censored.
Did you know that there's more swearing in music today than there is actually used to be? Like
oh gosh,
before?
for sure, of
Today,
course.
there's
Or are you
more,
talking more corporate kind of music?
a corporate.
Because
yeah.
it's garbage, a lot of it.
yeah.
I don't play that
Yeah.
stuff on my show. I play some pretty weird stuff, but it's not the stuff that's played to death elsewhere. That's the whole point of co-op.
Yeah.
Covering
Yeah.
things that aren't done to death elsewhere.
See, Vivian's like, I love Big Yellow
So
Taxi.
I want to tell you guys the verse that one of the organizers, Paul, was creating for the Big Yellow Taxi for the song for the 5G. He goes, "Hey there, people, put away the 5G now. Give me slower Wi-Fi, but leave me the birds and the bees." Something like that. Or, there's a couple versions.
I like that
one. Bye, Dad.
Watch the dead birds and the beads.
Oh, yeah. Don't kill the birds and the bees.
Yeah,
that
don't
would
kill
be
the
a
birds
good
and the
one. We were
bees.
trying to rewrite the
Because
lyric a little
5G
bit.
actually affects the bees.
Yeah, exactly.
They
which
can't
is the
fly.
concern.
They're
And
not-
yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
I got
Yeah, go
excited.
ahead. Yeah.
Well, actually, the next show on at 5 o'clock, they're having a guy from 5G, like for the 5G movement.
Oh, gee.
For the 5G?
No,
Not
against the 5G.
Against the 5G.
They're having a guy
Oh, okay.
talking
I
about
say, that sounds so not
against
cool.
the
We're
5G.
doing
No.
actually an intro
The
on
next-
these guys.
yeah,
They're
yeah,
coming in.
5G,
Hey,
bring it on,
5G.
yeah.
It's because Joni Mitchell.
Just
This
like
is all
war. Come on,
segue.
bring on more war. Yay!
No.
No.
We gotta
It's
do
called
our best.
comedy.
Yes, exactly.
They
You
used to
guys
say,
are total
make love,
comedians.
not war. Used
Yeah.
to say that now.
Yeah.
Yeah, make love in the, okay. Before I go any further, folks, we got actually something else coming up. August 9th to the 11th, the Skeena Valley Country Music Festival, Thornhill Community Center, and that's actually, the address is 3091 Century Street in Terrace, BC. You can call Elizabeth, 250-635-0582, or Renee, 250-638-0483. That's 250-638-0483. It's $35 for the weekend, which basically is all to do with the trailer park, I think. Music and dance. There's on-site camping included and concessions as well. The people that are playing there actually is the Hamsters, Tim and Pat Frayne, Herb and Ross, and it's also an open mic and more. So they're open mic to more people want to come down to the Up in Terrace in Thornhill Community Center and that's Skeena Valley Country Music Festival. Yeah, 5G.
Yuck.
I know I've been seeing so much of that coming out now lately. Everybody's always against it, and I'm just curious how bad it is.
Well, you can listen to the next show.
I will.
A lot more radiation.
As I'm
Yeah.
driving
A
home.
lot more
Yeah.
radiation.
A lot more radiation,
Yeah.
and apparently it penetrates deeper into our
Your
tissues.
pores, yeah.
We'll be walking, flotation devices.
Well, they've already. So one of my songs, "Light in You," was already on a movie called "Take Back Your Power," made by Josh Del Sol, who. It talks about the smart meters and the EMFs coming from the smart meters that were causing damage to people. And actually, a friend of mine, he was sleeping in he was living in a house, sleeping against a particular wall in his bedroom, and he was starting to get all these weird symptoms and sickness and weird head stuff, dizziness. And then he found out he was sleeping right beside the smart meter on the other side of the wall, on the outside of the house, so he moved to another part of the house. But in this film, and then he started improving. But in this film, "Take Back Your Power," my song's in the closing credits, the "Light in You" song, which is cool. And they also talked about how cell phones, people like who wear their cell phone in the same, like, you know, against their body in the same, like one pocket, for example, for a long period of time, or finding like cancers showing up. And actually, when I'm like even holding my cell phone in my hand, I can feel
the
like
vibration.
There's this weird, like heat, itchy kind of. So I've started doing where I'm holding it with a stick, trying to hold it with one of those, you know, like selfie sticks or something, so I don't have to touch it as much.
I put it in my briefcase, so I never have it on me.
That's great. Yeah, that's
well,
the best.
I try to put mine on my hip as much as I can, like away from my hand, my body, but. I used to put it up in my shirt pocket, and I used to carry it, and I thought, okay, and here I'm just doing something just as dumb as some women actually put them in there inside their bra when they walk.
Yeah, exactly.
And then they wonder, and then when if a woman gets an X-ray, you can see that big red mark.
Oh, it's brutal.
There's more radiation coming from that.
Yeah, we have no idea what the repercussions, you know, of all this technology now.
No.
Yeah, so
we're trying to take care of our health, folks, and
Yes.
that's really trying to find every alternative you can find. But anybody who's using cell phones, try to be smart with your cell phone. Not just a smartphone, but be smart with your phone.
A safe phone.
Yeah, a safe phone.
Yeah.
Oh, thanks, Janice, for your compliment on Facebook Live there. Beautiful voice and song. That's so sweet. Thank you.
You get a lot of people actually listening in, so it's looking forward to... And then it's going to continue on, because once this program's over, it'll go to Facebook, and then it's going to get around there, around 1,000 people.
That's fun.
Passed around, which is great.
I like that.
Yeah.
It's all good.
Yeah, so I really wanted to make this girl look good for a long. It's been a long time since I've known her, so.
Since we've seen each other too.
Yeah.
It's been a while.
God, like I said, over 20 years.
Well, no, we've seen each other since then.
Yeah, I mean, just
we've known
first
each
time
other.
We know each other for over 20 years. Yeah, just a wee little girl.
I wasn't wee. I was the same size.
I know.
But I was younger. I was at the beginning of my
You're
journey.
18, 19.
I was like 21.
Sure.
Yeah.
No, you told me you're 19.
Maybe.
Yeah. I think you're 19. Okay.
We gotta figure this out.
I'm trying to figure her age. Okay. This is what happens.
18's good. 17.
Okay, 18. Yeah. It's her first time coming to a healing circle when I was actually running healing circles back then. Indigenous healing circles.
Oh, you're not doing that anymore? Those are great.
I'm actually doing one on Saskatchewan.
Oh,
I'm
cool.
actually doing, it's, there's different kinds of ones that I put together.
Awesome.
So, yeah. So it's going to be pretty cool. That's why I would say I'll let everybody know what's going to be, what I'm going to be doing. They're going to fly me down there. So it's going to be busy for me.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So anyways, we're going to be coming pretty close to a close. So if you let our listeners and viewers know where you're going to be, what's going to happen, so they can go to your page.
Sure. Well, I'm going to be booking more things around the Lower Mainland and also in the interior. I'll probably be in the interior in September, so you can check my Facebook group page, Theta Phoenix, to find out upcoming dates, and look at my website, thetaphoenix.com. I'll have new dates on there in the next little while, and have a wonderful event. I just lost my train of thought. Anyway, I'm having a great event in Fort Langley on August 11th.
Must be the 5G.
Yeah, it's a 5G already.
I got distracted by which song.
They're pushing that up.
So I'm doing different events. I'll be doing some on Vancouver Island as well, over and just all over. And I'd love to come to your area if you want to have me.
There you go. What we're going to do, folks, when we come to a close, I'm going to be playing a song, another song off of Theta's Legacy CD, and it's called Billy's Bay. Now, it reminds me of a Nova Scotia territory of Nova Scotia, because there's actually a place called Billy's Bay.
Oh, wow.
And I want to honor all the Métis up in that territory.
And there's a mandolin in it.
And there's a mandolin in it, too. So thanks you folks for actually joining us, and thank you Theta for coming and joining us on Métis Matters Radio. It's a lot of fun to have you here.
Thank you.
And everybody's all excited to looking forward to listen to your music. And if you want to order any of her CDs
or
download, contact this girl.
Yeah, go to my website, thetaphoenix.com.
There you go.
Yeah.
And thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me. Thanks for watching.
You guys be
listening.
good to each other. And here we go. Take care. Bye.
This song is, I'll just tell them too, this song is inspired by Billy Proctor up in Echo Bay and his homestead there. He's lived up there for 80 some odd years.
Only sounds that can be heard are the buzzing
you'll let those guys in?
Of the ravens forward and back, and the rustle of the blows through the grass.